Welcome back for this Memorial Day edition of EyeSeeStyle. I'm A. Scott Walton, and since it's Memorial Day, who better to get tips from on barbecuing than Atlanta's hottest grill master, Mr. Andrew Capron, owner-operator of Boners BBQ. That's right, put a little South in your mouth. Andrew, let's talk a little bit about tips for guys that are going to be barbecuing this weekend. Maybe they don't know all the tricks of the trade like you do. What are the 3 mistakes that guys have to avoid?
Grilling, that's one mistake. That's not barbecue. Barbecue is a process of cooking your meats on a low and slow system. So it's 250, 275 degrees max, 8-10 hours. That's barbecuing. Barbecuing has nothing to do with rub, has nothing to do with sauce, has nothing to do with what kind of meat you like. It has to do with the cooking method. Grilling is a whole other story. Grilling was invented by Northerners because it was too damn cold, so they wanted to hurry up the system. In the South, we have beautiful weather. We can afford to stand here all day. Okay. And we like to stand here all day.
Okay. What about ingredients for a first-time or a novice barbecuer? Are there things a guy should avoid, such as fish? I hear fish is really hard to cook. Lean toward steak, lean toward chicken.
Pork. Chicken is awesome, but you know, the idea when you barbecue, because you're smoking your foods over a very long time, is to get a fatty piece of meat. If you get a real lean piece of meat, you're just going to dry it out. You can do a turkey breast, but you got to add fat. So I layer mine with some bacon to let the bacon fat come through the turkey. It never dries it out. So that's the biggest thing. Is just getting a nice, like a chicken thigh. Chicken thigh is great. It's got a lot of fat, really hard to overcook. You got a lot of leeway before you dry it out.
Okay. Now, big controversy. Store-bought sauce, homemade sauce. Can you buy sauce and then add your own little, put your foot in it, so to speak?
That's what I like to do. You could spend, 2 hours making your own base, but, there's so many out there. Just find your favorite one. I usually go cheap and cheerful, and then give it a lot of love in the kitchen. Okay. So that's usually what we do. And it depends what kind of sauce you like. There's vinegar base, there's mop sauce, there's thick and spicy. I mean, they run the gambit these days. We do 4 sauces. We do a hot cock sauce, which is our homage to the North Carolina vinegar sauces. Then we do a Georgia peach, mustard, ginger.
Gotta have that.
Gotta have Georgia peach. And then we do purple haze, which is a grape barbecue sauce.
All right.
So it's a sweeter, almost a mop sauce. And then we have our original, which is an Asian Latin fusion on the traditional Kansas City thick sauce.
Okay. Now, quickly tell people, how did you transition from being a fashion guru in Atlanta, running a string of menswear stores, to being an interior designer, to running your own mobile barbecue shack?
How does one transition from that? It must have just been meant to be. I think there's definitely fashion in food. I certainly have been cooking a lot longer than I was into fashion, not by much, but it was always a huge passion. Both grandfathers were immigrants from Italy. Each one was their own butcher. I just grew up around food. I grew up around cooking. And the nice thing about food that appeals to me is now I have the opportunity to meet and greet everybody.
Okay.
I never had that opportunity before. I catered to 1% of the market that was out there. Now I get to cater to 100% of the market.